So hi guys, this video is going to be me kind of teaching you or taking you through what a typical QA check on a document is. QA check meaning quality assurance check, um, and that's kind of your requirement for a document controller is to do a quality assurance check. So, say for example, you get a notification in your email telling you, hey, you received a document. The first thing you want to do is quality check that document before sending it to anyone. You have to. It's a must to quality check that document. Now, quality checking requires that you're doing a number of things. Number one, you're checking, you're checking the document number, you're checking the title of the document, you're checking what kind of a document it is, you're checking the revision. Um, what else are you checking for? You're also checking for page numbers. Sometimes, you know what, page numbers is a requirement, but sometimes when you look at the project, sometimes where they're not very strict on things like that, but it's the standard, okay? But some projects would not emphasize on document numbers. They should, but if they don't, you can just play along. It's really up to you because you're kind of like in charge, especially if you're on the contractor side, and you're receiving documents from your subcontractors. So basically, you've received an email, you've opened it, and it's brought you to this page. Okay, now you can see the document, and then what you do is at that time when it comes to you probably see for QA review or for QA check. You would open the document. I can view it here or I can download it by myself. So let me do a view here, a viewer. View it on the viewer. Viewer is a functionality within Econex that allows you to see drawings without you having to download them. So looking at the viewer here, I can see the drawing and it appears to be too small here, so let me blow it up a little bit. I'll use this marquee zoom functionality. Boom, click on it, then highlight this area so I can see it properly. So now it's been blown up and I kind of want to see, because you'd always see the title bar at the right hand bottom side of the drawing or document. Well, drawings or other documents normally be on the top. So for this drawing, we can see that this is the title. The title is 1UL blah 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 watertight screen phase 1 plan door details. When we look up here, it's correct, so it matches. Beautiful. That's a pass. We look at the document drawing number here, PHW-ALP-00-ZZ-DR-X-0012. And when we look up here, it's exactly the same. So good point scored again. We look at the revision issue, revision meaning revision, okay, and we see CO1, and that's exactly what we received from them as well, CO1, and so that too is also good. This is the the date it was sent, this is the guy who sent it. So all our quality check is okay. Alright, for example, this drawing number was 110113 and we're having 112 sent here. We would QA reject this, send it back to the other person and say, hey, the document number on the drawing and the document number on the transmittal that was sent are two different things. It's wrong. So please correct and resubmit. But in this case, it is good. So what we will do is we'll come here and we will change the status and say, hey, it's going for approval, and that's good. We don't have any problem with that. But if we had an issue with it, or there was some kind of disparity, we would QA reject it and send it back to the guy who sent it to us or the girl who sent it to us. Okay, so guys, That's a typical QA. Let me see if I can see. Now this is a drawing, of course, but let's see if we can actually see document. Let's go to method statements. See what they have for us. Okay, let's look at a typical method statement. And the reason why I want to show you this is because, as a like for example, with method statements, you're not going to find the information box on the right hand bottom side of the document or the drawing. It will probably be at the top. So in this case, you would see the document on the top here. Now we're not using this document. We're not going to quality check this document because, in all honesty, this document has failed a QA check. If we did a QA check to this document, it would have failed, which means the document controller that was in charge of this document, that accepted this document and allowed it to be approved, number one, doesn't understand QA check, which means he's well, I don't want to slag him, but he appears to be a crappy document controller because this document number here is not on this document. And so if this document were to be taken outside here, if we printed this document and we sent it to someone, how would they know that this document is in reference to this number? Because this number is on somebody's list of documents that has been sent out. He took the time to create this document, but he did not put the identity of the document on. It's almost like, having a name but not being referred to your name on all your professional documents like your certificates and your international passport. So how do we know who you are if your documents don't have your name? That's exactly what's happened here. So we don't even have revision, we don't have document name, we don't even have the document title. Oh, sorry, no, we do have the document title over here. That's the only thing we have. So, you know what? And any reasonable, sensible, brilliant document controller would reject this. It goes on the QA reject, send it back to the person and say, hey, put the document number, put this document number here, put the revision on there as well. It's a revision 0, put the revision on there, and then resubmit. So QA rejected. Okay, so guys, it's a good thing at least I showed you one that passed the QA check, which is the first gate any document has to pass, and you're the gatekeeper for that. And one, as you can see, that even though it was passed, it was supposed to be QA rejected. Now you say to yourself, are you just rejecting it for the sake of rejecting it? No. If you don't reject this document, if tomorrow this document they're doing an audit on this system and they decide to print out this document, when you're discussing with people from this company that know that this document was given this title in their register, because they would have a register, they would never be able to reference this document to this document number. You're saying, oh, but the title is there. Well, there may be another document that has a similar title. There may be another document that has the same title. But what makes it unique is that it has this document number. There can never be two documents that have the same document number, but there can be 2 or 3 or 4 documents, as many as that have the same title. The same way there are many people that have your name, but not many people have your fingerprint. Now the document number is like your fingerprint. Okay, so guys, very, very important. Document number is the identity of the document, and it's very, very unique. So also is the revision. So guys, I hope this helps. Thank you for listening. Ciao.